This is AISD-TV News for the week of December 5th. I'm Sarah Rothschild.
And I'm Brianna Lovelace. Vanessa Riley sent in this picture of Larson Elementary Stuco. Almost 1,000 items were collected during the annual Stewart Council Food Drive benefiting Mission Arlington.
Webb Elementary Running Club recently participated in Ditto's Elementary Ditto Dash. They were the only running club to attend the dash. PE teacher Susie Springob sponsors the club and is also the coach of the squad.
Also, the Webb Wallaby Choir, under the direction of Miss Zoe Ohms, performed at the Barnes & Noble store at the Parks Mall to help raise money for the AIC Aware Foundation.
Nurse Michelle Russ from Blanton Elementary was recently sent to Afghanistan. She has been with the National Guard Reserve for 3 years. Here she is pictured with Principal David Belisle. We wish her well and to return home safely.
Blanton's music teacher recently heard some good news, and we have Priscilla Presley with more in this story.
I'm Priscilla Presley here at Blanton Elementary with Miss De Los Santos. She just won the annual carol writing contest by the Fort Worth Civic Orchestra. Can you tell us how y'all got into this?
Well, the Fort Worth Civic Orchestra has an annual carol writing contest, and they've mailed an invitation for me to have students enter the contest. And I had my 6th grade students do a project, and they went to the instruments after brainstorming what they wanted to compose a song about and write a carol about. They went to the instruments the following week and came up with a melody and some harmony parts and some rhythmic elements that might sound good for a cold and foggy winter's day. The composer has turned it into an orchestrated piece for the Fort Worth Civic Orchestra.
And that's a pretty big deal.
Huge deal, because this is the first time that I've even heard about it this year, and the first time I've ever entered, obviously. I'm really proud of my 6th grade students that I see on Tuesday that came up with a great piece of music. It gave them something to work with. It's a big deal. It's not easy to compose a piece of music.
Right, it makes them excited about music. Yes,
they were so humble yesterday when I told them, and they were so proud of themselves. It was nice to see, hear a student say, after I said I was proud of them, they're like, I'm proud of myself too, or I'm proud of ourselves too. It was kind of nice to see that and give them something to be proud of.
So where will this be performed?
It's going to be performed by the Fort Worth Civic Orchestra on December 10th at 7:30 at Truett Hall, which is at the Southwest Baptist Theological Seminary in Fort Worth on Seminary Drive.
Is this going to be free or cost money?
It actually is a free admission, but it is going to be a performance for their annual Teddy Bear concert. And what they ask is for guests that are coming to see the concert to bring a teddy bear or a stuffed animal, and that benefits the Fort Worth Police Department. They use those teddy bears and stuffed animals with young children whenever young children are involved in incidents.
So this turned out to be good for everyone.
Oh yeah, it teaches the kids that they did something to be proud of and something that's not easy to do, and they benefit somebody else with their performance and their creation.
Thank you, Tracy. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Priscilla, and congratulations to our little composers. Ferguson Junior High recently had a 4-legged visitor, Sienna. Sienna is a 4-year-old red Mustang pony, and she visited Dr. Harrison McCoy's 7th grade pre-AP class. The pony helped introduce the John Steinbeck novel, The Red Pony. Thanks to Terry Steinman for the photo and story.
Mrs. Joyce Brownlee's 4th grade students researched History Making Americans for a recent project. Students wrote essays and also created a gingerbread model of their person. Here's a civil rights activist, Rosa Parks, as created by Melissa D. Not only was this educational, but tasty too.
Last Monday, Martin High School held a watch party for the finale of the Sing-Off in support of Martin alumni Pentatonix. Amy Motzenbacher had a chance to interview some of the fans.
Tell us about this watch party tonight.
Well, this was kind of a pipe dream, and with the Thanksgiving holiday and everything, there wasn't really time to set it up, and the great folks here at Fielder Road, and specifically Susan Metzger, mom of Maddie Metzger, one of our students at Martin, just kind of pulled this together in about a day's time, and we tweeted and used all the social media that we could to get the folks here, and I think it's the appointed groupies themselves that are in there, and really it's just fun camaraderie to be together and celebrate these kids that we love so much, that followed a dream and took risks and took semesters off from college courage and everything to do what they're passionate about. And I think it's fueled a lot of desires to follow what you're passionate about, that you can do it if you follow your passion.
How did you first hear about Pentatonix or become aware of them?
Last year, they came to a staff meeting and they performed a Lady Gaga song for us, and it's one about the telephone, and they had all of the bumping sounds, and we were really impressed with them. We were kidding them, saying, boy, you have a career ahead of you. And we didn't realize they really did have a career ahead of them.
Madeline, can you tell us about your connection with Pentatonix?
I've actually performed with all three of the kids from Arlington. I've known Scott since I was very young. We were actually in a Martin musical together when we were young. Scott and Kirsty I met when I came to Martin, and they were in show choir. I was in all three musicals that I've been in. I've been in with Mitch, and I was in 2 with Kirsty. They're just great performers. They were great to look up to when I was younger, when they were the upperclassmen. So it's been really exciting to watch these kids that I worked with, that I got the privilege to be on stage with on television.
Did you recognize their star quality as students?
I think I did. When they came in as 9th graders, they were absolutely amazing. And they were not only amazing at singing, but just their energy, their work ethic, the entire package was there as a 9th grader, which is extremely rare. And they were involved in theater. Of course, they had stage experience when they came to Martin. And then I just watched them grow in those 4 years and just become really, really a tight group. And their last year there was really when they started kind of playing around singing together, and that's when they did the telephone thing, and it just kind of took off from there. They're all 3 very talented singers. They're very smart musicians, and all 3 of them were 3-year members of the All-State Choir. And so they can do any style of music that I would ask them to do. So it was very exciting to teach them.
With Pentatonix on the sing-off, what has been the impact at Martin High School?
The kids are really excited about them, and most of the kids have been watching them perform at Martin High School for the last few years. They've been in show choir, they've been in musicals, but this has really grabbed a hold of our whole community. It's not just the kids that are excited. Our staff is fired up. They actually had talked to the kids about it. Did you watch it last night? Our community, our parents, even, like my mother who lives in Fort Worth calls me every week to remind me the sing-off and the Pentatonix are going to perform. So it's just really been something that's taken us by storm this fall.
Thanks, Mrs. Matzenbacher, and congratulations to Pentatonix. They will be performing at Martin this Thursday night, 2 sold-out shows. We hope to have an interview for you next week from the group.
On December 15th, the Seguin Band will be presenting their 10th anniversary holiday dinner and concert. The holiday dinner will begin at 5:15 and go until concert time at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased by contacting Robert Poulin. The concert will feature the Seguin Band and alumni from the first decade in a special concert reunion. A great way to get yourself and your family in the holiday spirit with an evening full of food, friends, and music featuring the Seguin Cougar Band.
Martin received the 2011 College Readiness Award from the Texas ACT Council. The award is in recognition of having a significant increase in the campus's ACT composite score over the past 5 years, while also increasing or maintaining the number of students taking the ACT. Congratulations, Warriors!
Ellis Elementary recently held a sports math night where Texas Rangers mascot Ranger Captain was in attendance as pictured here with students Abraham and Audamaris. Parents and students enjoyed playing sports-themed activities such as football fractions, math facts basketball, and math baseball, just to name a few.
Speer Elementary celebrated their 60th anniversary last week with a time capsule being filled on Monday, wearing birthday hats on Tuesday, 60s dress-up day on Wednesday, and a formal reception on Thursday, December 1st. The Ballet Folklorico, choir, orchestra, and the band set up in various places in the building entertaining while families toured the building led by a student tour guide. Thanks to Pamela Johnson for this story, and congratulations to Speer Elementary.
Now filling in for Taylor Cone, Priscilla Presley with sports.
Saturday night state quarterfinal, Martin Warriors' playoff run was halted by the South Lake Carroll Dragons on a rainy night at SMU. All of Martin's points came in the first half of the game, and the second half had the Dragons up 17 to the Warriors 14. Dragons QB Kenny Hill hit Sabian Holmes with a 16-yarder in the third quarter, extending their lead over Martin. 2 Martin turnovers helped South Lake keep the Warriors scoreless in the second half. South Lake wins 31-14. Congratulations to the Martin Warriors for a great football season. In girls basketball, 7-4A, Seguin girls have won their last 4 games and are ready to hit district play when Mansfield Summit comes to their house on Tuesday, December 13th. 4-5A standings have the Lady Warriors on top with only 1 game left before everyone starts district play on December 13th. In boys basketball, 7-4A, Seguin boys coached by Robert Thigpen has won all but one of their non-district games. 4-5A standings have Coach Jeff Plemons and the Martin Warriors in second place, losing their last game to Irving. Boys basketball district play begins on December 31st. That's sports. I'm Priscilla Presley.
Thanks, Priscilla. Now for our Did You Know section. The pineapple plant originated in South America. It didn't reach Hawaii until the early 19th century.
The first fruit eaten on the moon was a peach.
Sliced bread and fortune cookies were both invented in the U.S.
Interesting. For AISD-TV News, I'm Sarah Rothschild.
And I'm Brianna Lopez, and we'll see you next week.